Hello, hello, hello. How are you? How are you doing with this quarantine time that we're having? Obviously, by the tone that I have, you can tell that I'm a little irritated and frustrated, and by the title as well. I have been struggling with just letting this shit go. I've been struggling with letting go of this coronavirus issue. I've been struggling with being conscious and aware and loving and shifting my attention all the time to just being present and being here and being knowing of what's going on in the world and just ignoring it. Like I'm struggling with that a little bit just because it's everywhere. Like people posting on Instagram, people posting on Facebook about the jokes and the funny and the ha ha ha. And it's great, but I'm just tired of hearing about it. I don't know if I'm the only one, but definitely I know the background of what it is about. I've made a previous video about this, so like if that's of interest to you about my thoughts about why the coronavirus epidemic panic is bullshit, that is a video that I just previously made. So check it out if you're interested. I'm just, I guess, sharing all this because I'm sharing my humanness. I'm sharing how I also get frustrated about things and I'm not always like spiritually aligned and like, ooh, like I feel like this is itself spiritually aligned because I am expressing my emotions, I am expressing my feelings, and I'm not doing it in a way to like punish people or make you feel bad or like none of that. I'm just sharing because it just feels right to share. And I just want to be vulnerable with you all, whoever watches these videos, those women that get inspired and the men as well, if you're watching. So what is my issue, or like what am I kind of moving through? So just the over exaggeration of all of this and how I just want to ignore it. I just don't want to deal with it anymore. I just don't want to address it anymore in the sense of like the joking about it and the like making it to be so real when yes, it is real, and yes, it has aspects to it that are, you know, people are getting affected by, and I'm not discounting that, but God, like, however, if it doesn't affect you personally, directly, and it's tiring for you, like for me, I'm living here in Mexico, for example. Myself, I'm here in Mexico. The quarantine thing is not really happening here. Restaurants are open, which might be crazy to some of you. Restaurants are open, people can still go to them. Not everything is open. Hotels on the beach road are like checking for temperatures and some of them are closed. So like some businesses are definitely affected here, and definitely tourism itself. So that's why a lot of businesses are also closed, because Tulum is a tourist town mainly, but it definitely has its locals as well, it's a really interesting town to be in. And Mexico itself is kind of joking and laughing about it. Not as much anymore because they have a phase 2 thing going on, so there's more implementation, but really like the place I'm in is really reflective for me, which is, I'm just realizing, is just so beautifully reflective for me of how I see this whole thing. My boyfriend and I are like really seeing this in a way that's like just honoring how we feel about it, truly. And also we watched a really amazing show, which by the way, if you're wanting to watch something, but you're definitely need to have a strong heart for this one, it's a show called Utopia. And it's the UK version. There's an Australian version, or not version, there's an Australian show called Utopia, and then there's a UK one, and you want to watch the UK one. If you're wanting to know more about what I'm talking about with like the pandemic fear, all this shit happening, and how it's manipulated and controlled and used for other means, this show is like amazing. It showed up for me and my boyfriend at like the perfect time, synchronicity. It showed up before this whole thing got blown into chaos and out of proportion. We were watching the show and we got into the end of season 1, and then we got to season 2, and there's only 2 seasons, so like, and only 6 episodes each one, and they're intense. So we got to the end of it and we were like, season 1, we're like, holy shit, this is so parallel to what's going on right now. And it was just like, whoa. So yeah, if you're interested, totally watch it. It is so good. And if you're in quarantine, wherever you are, or even if you're just at home more, which I technically am as well, but I work from home, that's a separate topic, then I would definitely recommend this show for something to watch. You have to watch it online though, or buy it, because it's on Netflix. It's also created by the same director or writer of Black Mirror. So you can just get the picture. Anyway, so why else I'm frustrated about this is because I myself, and I'm sure many entrepreneurs can relate, I work from home and I'm usually at home and doing things from home. So quarantine for me is more like my life, or I get frustrated with people because it's like, they make it funny how like they're struggling at home and like they don't know how to do it, and they make it like as a thing that keeps going, when it's like, I guess it's the like fixer in me is like, you can totally master this and make it really productive and make it a really fun experience, because like that is what I do for myself, and that's what I do for a living to help my clients as well. So there's like this frustration there as well in the mix of all this, and just peace of mind, and just not adding more fear to the collective, and just not promoting more anxiety in people and frustration and like there's just so much emotion going on in the world, and I'm just tired of it. So I'm moving from this topic to the topics that I want to talk about more, to moving from fear into love, from organizing your own life to organize your energy, from honoring your own purpose and knowing what that looks like and doing that, from tools to stay in alignment, morning ceremony, my thoughts on things, yada, yada, many things. So I'm really looking forward to sharing more. I'm creating my own editorial calendar to be able to be more on track with making more videos and making more content that I love to do. And I'm excited. I'm excited for this new chapter. The amazing thing from this whole craziness is that I am more inspired to be here and post and create, because the contrast of the fear to and the panic to what I'm doing is like just fueling me, which I definitely am super grateful for, but also not, in the sense of how it's affecting people. And you know, like it's kind of a weird gratitude of things. So anyway, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Much more to say about many things, but I think I'm gonna take a pause with this coronavirus. If I make another video, we'll see about that. But I'm hoping that the next one, as I let the inspiration and the fluidity of my words come through, be on something more positive and loving and more correlated to what's truly going on inside of all of us at all times, separate from what's going on specifically sometimes in the world, like this coronavirus. So lots of love. This video is quite long, but thank you for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.